podcasting from Northwest Pennsylvania. You're listening to the Gen Extra Podcast, a show about Generation X, movies, technology, weird news, and anything else they feel like. Join them every Monday morning. Now, here's your hosts, Dave and Joe.
All right. We're back, Breeze.
Hello.
It's been, 2 weeks
Guess
again.
who's back? Back again.
Breeze is
After
back.
2 weeks. Yeah. It's definitely, it feels like summer. The temperatures.
It's still hot.
These are summer. Yes, it is. It's been dropping to the 50s at night, but then it's back up to like almost 80.
Yeah, it was like 80, 82. I think
yeah.
on Saturday it was warm.
Yeah, even today we went out to Cuyahoga National Forest for a walk. Unfortunately, it's shaded, so it's not too hot, but it's like it's a bit warm. Like if you're in the sunny parts, it's it feels like summer.
Yeah, it does.
It feels like late July.
Like I thought swamp ass season was over, but it's still upon us.
Oh, I'm just gonna throw one out there for our Gen Xers out there. Maybe this might be a little too. I don't think it's too personal.
No,
I think
go
this
ahead.
is something of our age, right? Do you powder?
Oh, big time. Yeah, dude, you have to.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
I'm a gold bond guy.
Yep, absolutely, 100%, absolutely, gold bond guy. Yes, you see, okay, this is something Gen X I've actually kind of wanted to talk about. Not on the show, like I'm going to take a lot of time on this, but this isn't like the Gold Bond podcast or anything like that. But
We're sponsored by
yes.
Gold Bond.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I'm like, my kids think I'm crazy, and I'm like, nope. This is absolutely, and I always think of the Spider-Man movie, one of the animated ones, Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, why did he Gold Bond his suit?
Well, he talks about, he's like, you want to put some baby powder in the joint, you don't want chafing,
right?
And I relate to that. I'm like, yes, you do, because if you're so yeah, we were going to go for a hike today, and my
powder up.
Yeah, he was like, Dad, are we leaving? I'm like, hang on, I need to put some powder on. He's like, what? And I'm like,
I'm doing that for years.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely. And my dad did that. I always thought he was like great, like he's like, oh yeah, because they would just see the baby powder in the bathroom.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why Carrie hates when I powder up, because I leave like this big plume of powder on the floor.
Oh my gosh, yes, I get the same thing at home, right? So maybe we can come back and be like, okay, what is the secret to powdering without making a mess?
Now so what I'll do sometimes to avoid the conversation is like I'll pull like a bath towel back out of the hamper and I'll throw it down the floor. Yeah, the pro move there.
Clever idea.
Yeah, because I don't want to waste a good one, a fresh one. So just use one that's already been used.
That's clever. Sometimes what I have done is I will actually take my socks off. I'll actually step into the shower.
Oh, there you go.
And powder in the shower. That way, if it falls in the shower, fine. And I turn the shower on and I rinse it down the drain.
We're discussing the methods of our powdering.
Well, but this is, in my opinion, this is absolutely what this show is about. Like what we experience with Generation X, right? What did Gen Xers really go through at our age? And it's like, okay, what are the tricks to powdering without upsetting your domestic partner?
Yes,
by leaving powder all over the floor.
That's fine.
Anyway, yeah. So what are the hike today? Definitely powdered up. Beautiful hike, beautiful area. If you're obviously in the outdoors. You live there. You don't have to like venture to visit beautiful nature like I do. But 25-minute drive to Cuyahoga National Forest. Oh gosh, it's beautiful.
No, well, we actually spent our weekend in the urban jungle. That's what we did.
Ooh, do tell.
Yeah. Did anything happen on your hike that I need to be aware of?
Oh goodness, no. Very, very boring. Just typical hike on the paths at Cuyahoga. So nothing interesting to talk about.
Okay.
Other than my success in powdering without getting in trouble.
Yeah.
For
at least you didn't chafe. Yeah, that's good.
No chafing. There is a chafe-free zone. So tell me about your urban jungle expeditions. What did you experience?
Well, so this weekend was our last parents' weekend at PITT with our daughter.
No way. I'm gonna stop you right there. Did you say your last? There's no way she's a senior.
Yeah, she's a senior. Yeah, I know it's weird, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah. Old
I feel old, Dave. Don't do
Yeah.
that to me.
Uncle Breeze.
She's still a sophomore. No, we're
No,
just
no,
gonna
no.
stick with this. Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, congratulations for that accomplishment. Like that's fantastic. But also, I feel old. But do go on your final parents' weekend. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, so it's usually based around one of the Panthers football games, and so they'll do it on like a home game weekend. So we actually went down the night before, and we went to. So we got there, unpacked, set stuff up, and I don't remember exactly what we did right away, but we decided to go to the casino for a little bit, and I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything there. But hang on a second.
You're trying to think about. You're trying to remember. Was it that good at the casino that you forgot?
No. The weekend is a little hazy.
Okay.
But no. Oh
Easy?
gosh. Okay. So yeah, before we went, I'm like, I know we did something before that. We went and saw the new Taylor Swift movie, if you want to call it that.
Oh, wow. What was it like?
It's
I
like-
want to say Confessions of a Window Cleaner, but that's not it. It's
Something about a
stories
showgirl.
from a showgirl.
Yes.
Something like that. Release party of a showgirl. Whatever.
Yeah, the life of a showgirl, maybe is what it's called.
I'm in my 40s. I don't have to remember what Taylor Swift's album is called, but do go on.
So I mean, it literally just came out like on Friday.
Yeah.
So
I saw the promos around it on my Roku box. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually kind of a cool concept, but so on the release day or the release weekend of this album, she had made this video kind of explaining all of the reasonings and like, why she made each song, what it meant to her, stuff like that, which I found interesting. But they also had the song, The Fate of Ophelia. They played the actual music video. And then during this whole thing, because they played all the tracks of the song, but in between like every like second or third one, they would have like a 5 or 8 minute clip of like the behind the scenes, the making of the music video, which was really cool to watch. I love that kind of stuff.
I love that stuff too, man. 100%.
Yeah, it's just like this. It's not my world, but I would love it to be.
Oh my god, yeah.
Being in like a production setting of all that. But anyway, it was actually pretty cool, and I didn't love the album at first. I'm not like a huge Swiftie fan, but I don't hate her. And there's definitely a couple good tracks on there. I was not terribly disappointed. There was definitely a couple that I didn't love, but that's every album, I guess. But yeah, so we watched that, and then we went back to the house, and then we went out to the casino. And I made a note here on our thing. It says "bitch at the casino."
Yes, please do tell. Let's just share some casino stories because I have a couple of my own from my limited experience at a casino, but I would love to hear about your bitch at the casino.
Well, we weren't there very long, maybe like, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour. And we are like, once you walk in with a group of people, it is almost impossible to stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just kind of scatters, and you got to find each other. You're calling, like, where are you at? Okay, I'm over here. Like, I don't know where that's at, but I'll find you.
Could you call people in the same building you're actually physically in, and you're like, wait,
huge,
where are you? You'd be like, oh, I see this sign over here, but there's like 6 of those signs.
Yeah.
So you actually don't really know where you're going.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
So we finally met back up with the rest of the group, and somebody was sitting there playing a machine, and I was standing there, and I backed up a little bit and kind of stepped on the edge of someone's shoe, which I didn't know that's what it was at first, but I turned around like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And she goes, and this lady, she goes, excuse me. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to step on you there. And it was either Carrie or my roommate or Grace's roommate's mom was there too. Her name's Erica. I think she turned around and she's like, what happened? And she goes, he stepped on my foot. That's what he did. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, we need to get out of here. I'm like, this lady's so angry at us.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then I almost tripped over someone's walker right after that.
Oh my gosh.
This is a comedy of errors.
Just like a Three Stooges episode.
I know. Like, it's time to leave.
Oh my gosh, time to go.
Yeah. So what happened to the casino for you?
Well, nothing like I never actually had any personal bad experiences at a casino. I've had pretty good experiences, honestly, like just fond memories, believe it or not. But one time we were up in Niagara, Casino Niagara, up in Niagara Falls in Canada side. And for my sister-in-law's, I want to say it was a milestone birthday, may have been 40th. And we were just whatever, hanging out at a casino. I typically stick to blackjack.
You don't
I'm
like
not
the machines?
I don't like random. I like some kind of control. I will do video poker, which we did when you were up in Cleveland, right? I'll do that. And I won $8. Yay, go me. But I'll play blackjack because I feel like I have a little bit more control, and it does basically have the lowest house advantage. So I always kind of stick with that. I'm a very risk averse person, in case you haven't figured that out about me. But we were sitting at a blackjack table, and I had actually cashed out. I'd stopped playing, and you're just people watching, which you do, because it's fantastic. And it was a Saturday night. It was very busy at the time. This would have been put it in context, about 10 years ago. Okay. And so pre-pandemic, I say that to indicate pre-pandemic, where they were truly bustling, right? I think it's been a wind down since then, and we're seeing some commotion, right? As a person in a crowded space, you pick up on the commotion, right? You're like, oh, something's going on, especially in a casino.
It wasn't like someone's rolling like a heater on a craps table commotion.
Yeah, like it wasn't a craps table. That was the thing. Like, the craps zone, the craps people get really excited. Yeah, and I love that energy. Me too. Love that energy. I wish I were good at craps, because I would just stay at a craps table all day.
I'm terrible. I'm like, what's the pass line mean again? I'm like, I have no idea.
I have no idea. I would have to take a tutorial, like a 2-month tutorial on craps. But I love the energy, right? I will stay at a craps table and watch the energy, because it is the greatest group of people in a casino. No, this was at a table game, more traditional, maybe on blackjack, something like that, typical card table game. And there's just some arguing. Right? You hear the arguing. No, I'm fine. Okay. Like, no. I'm like, okay, well, there's arguing over here. So we look over. This woman, do you remember Janet Jackson's Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction? Yeah. She's wardrobe malfunctioning at the table.
Oh,
right?
no. Oh, boy. Okay?
Yeah. Oh no, her dress is wardrobe malfunctioning. Her left side pretty heavy. Like, yeah. And she's getting belligerent. She's sheets to the wind.
Or was someone trying to be like, hey, you should probably put that back?
Casino staff, Casino staff is trying to get her to put her goods back in her dress.
Yeah, okay.
And she's getting belligerent.
Oh boy,
about it. And then her partner, her male companion who's there, is trying to help her fix, and she smacks him away.
My goodness.
He's trying to put her dress back on, basically. And then it falls out again. The whole party, there's like a dozen of us, and everyone at the casino just stopped.
Everyone's just watching. Yeah.
Right? We're all just watching. Everyone just turns. The dealers are like, whatever, we're going to hold the table. We're all just watching this ensue. Eventually, security came and escorted this woman who's falling out of her dress out of the casino. It's the only time I've ever seen someone escorted out of a casino in my life.
Wow.
She was pissed. It was pretty funny though. We still talk about it. We're like, you remember that time that woman's dress was falling off at a casino? Yeah. So that was the most drama I've seen in the casino. I'm sure there's a lot of people, a lot of listeners even, that probably have better casino stories, but that one sticks with me. I'll tell you what. For sure.
I'm sure that some people maybe are wondering, was it a good scene? Or not a good scene?
It was a pretty good. It was a good scene.
Okay, all right.
I will say that. I'm not afraid to say that.
Sure, yeah.
It made so it's one of those things that actually, it would have been like blurred, right, in a made-for-TV comedy or something like that. But all in all, it was good.
Okay,
it was all pretty funny.
Yeah,
it was good television.
Oh, okay, wait. So what I was thinking was like,
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're saying. It was good on both sides.
All right.
It was worth the viewing. That's what
were you hoping they were going to do a quick job at this or take their time?
No, it was. Well, and the problem was every time she moved, it just kept popping out.
It's unfortunate for her. I mean,
and you're like, oh my gosh. No, she probably didn't remember a damn thing.
Yeah.
About that night.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I don't know. Maybe she does.
Are interesting. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. So that was the end of the first night. Then we came back and crashed out, and then got up like early in the morning on Saturday and just started the day because it was an early game. It was like a noon game, which is.
Oh, I was going to ask what time the game was. Was it like a 3:00?
No, the last one we went to before that was like 7 p.m. Like it was great, but this one, it was hot, dude. The sun was just beating on us at the game. And we also went tailgating for a little bit beforehand. And I'm looking at my notes here. So
it must have been a great weekend if you're consulting a note.
Oh yeah, it was a long weekend, but it was fun. Though after the game, we hopped a couple bars, and I was kind of hitting my wall because we started so early. So it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, oh boy. I'm getting tired. Like the timer's running out. Because in my 40s now, like I can't like drink all day. Like I have a maybe a 8-hour max window of being able to continue to drink, and then once I hit that time, dude, I'm just like, I'm done. Like I just I don't necessarily, I'm not like going to go to bed. I just have to stop drinking. So so no, it was a fun weekend. We ended up going to a bar later on that night that my daughter and her roommates go to, and it was a fun little place. It was called like Bootleggers or something. Cool place. But,
Bootleggers. I mean, there's lots of places called Bootleggers. I feel like, isn't there a Bootleggers in Erie?
I think there actually might be. Yeah,
there is. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, but that evening, actually, before we went to the bar, I was sitting on the front porch, and there was this couple walking down the street, like kind of towards their apartment.
Okay.
And they were having an argument, and they were yelling back and forth at each other, saying something about something about my money, this and that. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, they're fighting, and the guy started getting like kind of pretty belligerent. Then he said some things to this woman that made me stand up, walk back in the apartment, and lock the door. It was frightening. So,
oh dear God.
Yeah. So what he said was, it's pretty horrible. I'm only repeating what this guy said. And it's not even. I'll leave out the curse words.
Disclaimer. Okay.
Yeah. He said, I will cut off your limbs.
Oh my.
I don't care if I go to jail. I'm like, yep, I'm out of here.
Yep. Back in the room. Lock the door. Oh my word.
Like, click. I'm like, done. I'm like texting the group. I'm like our group chat. I'm like, guys, look outside. I'm like, this is getting out of hand out here. And nobody was even paying attention to their phones. Like, so I only saw it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy though, man. Yeah, I tell you what, I will say this, and I'll stop talking about the Pittsburgh trip. But so the end of the evening, wife and I walked back from the bar before everybody else did, because we were kind of tapping out, and we were walking back to the apartment, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's like a 10-minute walk, like no big deal." Well, when it's like 10:30 at night, I don't enjoy walking through down, like not downtown. Like downtown's fine for the most part, depending on where you're at. But like we're like walking down like alleyways and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's the periphery of downtown that's the worst part.
Oh, dude, like it was like, I'm like,
that's true of any city. Absolutely.
Like, I can't, like, no offense to my wife, but I can't walk at the pace I want to walk at, because I have to like let her like, or I just smoke her, dude. I'd be gone. And then like, so we're getting closer to the apartment, but then like these three guys were like came around the corner, they were walking behind us. And yeah, so like my spidey sensors are like going off now, and I'm nervous. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. I'm like, is this is how our night's gonna end? Oh
my god,
might potentially get robbed. Yes, that spooks me out, man. I don't love it. I'm not a city guy. I don't love it. I prefer just to hang out here in the country where nobody else is around.
I get that. And you're a tall dude. Mm-hmm. Like you have an imposing stature. To me, someone who's like 5'8", like you have an imposing figure. I can't fathom someone looking at you and being like, "Oh, there's a good target," because you're like,
Yeah, but three against one.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's my problem. I guess so. Uneven match.
My favorite city experience with you at night is still walking through Cleveland with you and your fart app.
Yeah, that was the best.
On the phone.
Dude, that lady.
Dude, that woman. She thought you let it rip, and she reacted so earnestly to that. And
dude, that made her day.
Right in the middle of the crosswalk. She's got a story. She's telling the story like we're telling the story right now.
Like, oh, this guy.
Let me tell you about the time I was walking downtown Cleveland. This guy just let it rip.
Even though it was fake.
It sounded so good, though. It was so funny. I still laugh about that, man. I still laugh. Well, I'm glad you made it out safe. Glad you didn't get mugged.
Yes, me too.
Speaking of farts, best segue ever.
Yes, go ahead.
I got a weird news headline that came up on my radar from just a week ago. I'm just going to read this out here. Teaching assistant arrested after his fart spray caused $55,000 worth of damage to school.
What? Wait, how?
That's again. All right, we're just gonna have to read this because this is all we got here.
What kind of damage could that have caused? Like,
exactly. So it begs the question, right? So a high school teaching assistant been charged with malicious injury to property.
oh my
I
God.
love the names of charges.
Malicious.
By the way. Yes, malicious injury to property. Right. I had a friend in college who actually got charged with menacing in the third degree.
For the same thing?
No, not for this. He was waving a fake, like a rubber knife, like a fake knife in the car with us. No, it was with us, not in public. We were driving somewhere. He had a goofy Halloween prop and he was waving it in the car, just being goofy, right? In the backseat of our car, just with us. Somebody driving on the interstate saw him, called the cops, reported the plate. We got pulled over, and he got charged with menacing in the third degree.
Wow, that should be that's like a punk band name.
It is a good name. He got he was really they never stuck. The charges didn't stick, but yeah, that's where I learned menacing in the third degree. Anyway, so this guy, malicious injury to property, unleashing a canistered odor on the premises. Florence High School, South Carolina, arrested recently. Police labeled an internet-acquired spray designed to imitate fecal odor. Quote.
Yeah.
I love the stuffiness of the whole thing. It all sounds very British.
To imitate fecal
odor. A rather silly endeavor cost his place of work an eye-popping $55,000 in damage and risked several students' health. The stink releasing item, stink releasing item was purchased online when the school kids raised concerns about the continuous smell. Maintenance inspected the gas and propane lines. Good call. But it was the air conditioning system that took the hit.
Resulting in I didn't think about that. Repair. Yeah. Wow.
It left a number of students needing medical attention. They have asthma. It triggered asthma. Yeah.
I mean, I will say they stink.
Well, and also what's in them? Like, there's a question really. Like, okay, yeah, it stinks, but what
makes the stink?
Particles, right? There's particles that make that, right? So what did this online, God knows where it came from, right? It was purchased online, right? It not necessarily made in the US, right? Where there's controls on that. But what if it was, made with a bunch of toxic crap, Yeah. It's crazy. But anyway, $55,000 in damage and kids were injured and sent to the doctor. That's crazy. Oh, okay. I want to just read this. I want to read the sentence here. This cracks me up here. Okay. It is not public knowledge how the 32-year-old was identified as the perpetrator or poo-petrator.
The poo-petrator.
Literally from the article. Literally, this is not me.
Oh, boy.
Taken to Florence County Corrections Facility on a $9,000 bond. Yep. So at least yours was just audio. You didn't actually put out spray.
Yeah.
When you did your fake farts in downtown Cleveland.
I also saw an odd arrest. I think this guy got arrested. He got charged with something. Oh, he was charged with I don't even know what they called it, but I'll explain what he did, and he got in trouble for it. So he let his 13 or 14-year-old daughter watch a horror movie, and he got arrested for it. So
what?
Yeah, exactly. It's an odd thing. So if you Google it may have even been local news. I can't remember. Man arrested for letting daughter watch horror movies. See if something comes up. But the movie that he let her watch was called I Spit on Your Grave.
I've heard of that.
I've seen them all. And to be fair,
yeah, of course you have.
Yeah. To be fair, these movies are pretty pretty awful. So the premise of the movies is revenge. So what happens is this like group of dudes ends up, forcing themselves upon this woman and then attempting to kill her. They thought they had murdered her. Already a rough start. Well, she didn't die. And then she comes back and seeks revenge on each one of them one by one. Great. It's a great revenge story, but the setup has to be.
Yeah, I get it.
Like the setup has to be brutal to justify her brutality against them.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably not the best movie for a young woman to watch.
Probably not.
But like, is that something like I never imagined you could be arrested for that.
There's probably some. So it depends on what state you're in, right? There's some states with some interesting laws, and I can see maybe like there's like corruption of a minor. Like there are those charges.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, where you can face charges for like exposing under 18s to stuff that's just too intense.
Yeah.
Like I guess that's like, oh man, that's nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna have a Gen X flashback here, and I can't recall what it was. There was a sitcom. It was completely tangential, but there was a sitcom I watched. It was totally, normal sitcom. But it was like kids, like they were at a sleepover or something. It may have been like Full House or something in that era. And I remember they were like having a sleepover, whatever, and they were like pretending to be asleep, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we fell asleep." And like the dad pulls like the tape, the cassette out of the VCR, and he's like, "You fell asleep watching Silence of the Lambs?" And for some reason, that just sticks in my head as like a weird throwaway joke. You told me about when you mentioned this story, and I'm like, "Did I watch Silence of the Lambs?" Because that's like a disturbing. That's not a slasher fic though. That's a psychological.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's some gruesome scenes in it, but
there are, and absolutely, I would. So it's weird. Like, I mean, we've talked before about our differences in movie types. You like the schlock, right? You like schlock horror films. Like, what
sounds? Why you gotta say it that way?
It's not being demeaning. It's just that's your particular. Like, you watch the Mickey Mouse slasher movie. You watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Well, I watched that one for the goof.
Okay, for the goof factor. But anyway, I can't do those movies, man. I can't.
Nah, they're not for everyone.
I watched Friday the 13th once. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. It's
real?
just not. It's not my cup of tea.
That's
I get
okay.
it.
That's okay. You'd rather watch a burlesque film. You're like, yes, I would.
As I sit in stunned silence on the air, thank you very much for that. No, but
yeah, but no, dude, that's not my thing. It's that like in either horror's not your thing. It's okay. But which is great because we can bring different things.
Where are you pulling this from?
Oh man,
dude, Downton Abbey is not burlesque, right?
All right.
No. Now I'm going to think about that. What I was going to say was Silence of the Lambs, for example. And what was the one, the more modern, not more modern, God, it was still probably 20 years ago. Red Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Which was like a prequel.
Ed Norton or something like that was in it.
Yeah, it was Ed Norton and Ray Fiennes. Yeah, absolutely. I like those. So those ones I like. There's a line there, which is appropriate. Like October's coming up, right? And are there any crazy ass like horror movies coming out? Like, because like there's not like, we don't have like the crazy copyright ones coming out yet.
There is a new one, not a movie. Well, I'm sure there's a bunch of movies. I haven't seen any that are caught my attention, but they are. I think it's coming out in October. Welcome to Derry. It's like the HBO series of It.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's like prequel of everything we've seen so far. So which looks. Oh, I can't wait to see it, dude. I can't wait. I don't know if Peter Sarsgaard is going to do or whichever.
Skarsgård.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be Pennywise again or if they got somebody else. I'm not sure, but
it's ridiculous.
He was so good.
Like, Yeah, and a lot of that was just is his physical acting.
Mm-hmm.
Like isn't he? He's capable of redirecting one of his eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that's true?
It's
right?
crazy.
Like,
Yeah, he can do that. And then that face he can make, and it's like drool. Like that's like he just does that.
he just does that. He can drift one of his eyes. Like he's like born for that. The ones I've seen coming up are there's Screamboat, which is the Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse one.
Oh boy,
because that's coming into public domain.
Mhm.
There's Bambi the Reckoning because
that's
Bambi's
right.
in the public domain. Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be so bad. I can't wait to see it.
Oh, it's gonna be awful.
Mhm.
And so the one I keep seeing advertised at me is with I think Paul Rudd. It's on HBO Max called Death of a Unicorn.
That's been out for a little while. I think it's like
I think
it's like a comedy as well. Like it's supposed to be like a horror comedy or something.
Is it like a horror comedy?
Mystery comedy, but it has Jenna Ortega in it as well.
Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. Like I'm like, okay, well, clearly you're banking on something on it. I might watch that one, not with my wife. There's no way in hell. But Bambi is going to be awful. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Steamboat is probably going to be awful.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Peacock.
I guess. Oh, okay. I might check that out. There was a new Conjuring movie that just came out recently too. I've
never seen any of those. That's
what you haven't seen, dude. At least watch the first one.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, it's great, dude. Like, are you?
I've heard good things. I would actually probably watch The Conjuring.
And honestly, you could stop after that one. Like that was the best one.
You know, you're the second person to say that to me too. They're like, I just watched the first one. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
It was great.
Huh.
Yeah, so good. The guy from Office Space was in that. Like
the main character?
The main character, yeah. Like he was the dad that moved into the house with his family.
Damned if I remember his name.
Yeah,
he's good though.
He's really good. Yeah. Well, we have a couple more things I want to get to here, so we should probably move on.
We can move on. We can movie on. Oh, hey-oh.
Let's see. Oh, I found this here too. Okay, so with the assistance of Chat GPT, I was like, I saw something. Maybe someone said something and it caught my attention. But it was like, I think it was like holding. Oh no, it was okay. Now I sound stupid. It was myself. I was
stop for a second where you just had like a 30-second interlude.
Yeah,
you realized
I'm like, where did I hear this? It was my own thought.
Right, all right, great.
So I was walking into a grocery store, or some store where a door like didn't have automatic doors, and I think it might have been like the whiskey store or something. And there's like when you approach a door and someone's in front of you, there's like an unspoken amount of space to where you like hold the door for somebody. You don't have to, but it seems a little rude if you just let it close right behind you. What I don't like is when you're like 30 feet behind them, and they just stand there and hold the door while you still have like 30 paces to go.
There's a distance on this, and I can completely relate to this. I'll let you finish your story, and I'm going to weigh in on this.
Well, that's just it. So, like, but that was my thought. I'm like, that's like an unspoken or an unwritten rule, but there's like this gray zone where like you don't hold the door, just don't hold it.
No, there is absolutely. So I run into this every day when I go to work because there is a corridor to get to my office, and there's that door. There's a double door. It's just a standard double door, and that's what it is. It's like this awkward. It's in the morning. Everyone's like commuting to work, right? They're all going to the office. But you kind of look behind you and you have to make that judgment call every day.
Yeah.
Are they close enough for me to hold the door? So I find myself consciously pacing, adjusting my pace so that I'm either close enough where it makes sense for them to hold it
or far enough
and
away.
They will, or I'll slow down.
Yeah. So you're not caught in that weird
trailer.
Yeah.
I don't want to catch them in that weird thing. So if I see them and I'm like, okay, they're X paces ahead of me in this corridor, and it's a straight corridor, so it's easy to do, right? If you're paying attention.
Yeah.
I will. It's funny you mentioned that. I will. I'll find myself, but okay. And I play it ahead. I play it ahead a few steps. I'm like, all right, I'm going to slow my steps down a bit so that they get there in enough time where they don't feel like they have to open the door for me.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I can just go in. And I appreciate it. I'm more comfortable socially if I've eliminated that awkwardness. Like it's so it is. It's every day. It's every morning for me. It's so funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Or you just turn to them and just say, sorry, you're too far away, and just let it close.
Usually what happens is they'll hold the door open, but then you have to hustle.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now you have to hustle. So
You
you're
gotta
not
hustle.
stupid.
Because you don't want to be that asshole.
Yeah.
And then the person holding it has to say, "Oh, don't worry about it. No problem." It is such a funny social interaction.
So what I did is I asked Chat GPT about, I said, what are some unwritten rules of life, of like everyday life? And that actually came up on the list as well. And Chat GPT recommends 5 steps. So that's
okay. Great.
the person within 5 steps.
Oh, 5 steps. I thought you said 5 steps to solve the problem.
No.
What other unwritten? I have one that I'm going to go to, and I'm wondering if it was on the ChatGPT list because I bet you it is. This is a very
well. I'll tell you. What is it? I want to hear.
Okay. Well, my guess is urinal etiquette.
That's actually the very first one.
It better be the first one. This is something that no male has ever been taught, but every male knows.
Not every male knows.
They should.
They don't.
Well, they should.
They should, yeah. Yep. So
they should.
So, but there's different parts of this. This is it says on here, it says, don't pick the urinal next to someone.
Correct.
If other ones are free, the bathroom buffer zone is sacred, as they call it. But there's another rule too, which is when you walk into an empty wall of stalls, you have to make a decision.
You pick the far left or far right. You pick the furthest one to the edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to. Unless it's a short one.
Right. Or if it's an odd number, like you have to pick the odd numbers.
Yes.
If there's 5 stalls, you pick 1, 3, or 5.
You pick 1, 3, or 5.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Unless one of them is a kid-sized one or a lower one, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you don't pick that one. You pick the other one because you never know the kid's going to walk in. The kid needs the little one.
Yeah.
So you have to vacate that one.
Yeah. There's obviously an okay time to grab the one next to somebody when it's like a sporting event, and obviously there's just everyone's just got to go. You just go.
When 1, 3, and 5 are full, you may pick 2 or 4.
Those are acceptable at that point. Yeah,
absolutely. But 1, 3, and 5 have to be full. If 1 and 3 are full, and you pick 4, unacceptable.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's what I'm saying. One time I was in a restroom and there was like 7 urinals. I was on like number 1, and someone walked in and picked number 2.
No.
Yeah. I'm like, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
yeah, bruh. Right? You're gonna pull Gen Z slang here, bruh. What?
What are you doing?
No. Nope. Nope.
All right. Let me give you a couple more that they listed on here.
Yeah, do tell.
Okay. It says if you kill a group chat vibe, you leave. Oh, you leave. No LOL at the end of. Okay, this is stupid. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Don't watch.
Yeah, you are.
Don't watch someone type their password. Okay, whatever. Yeah, no one. Yeah. Okay, maybe I hate these. Oh,
I think I hate these already.
Yeah,
the urinal one's the only one that resounds right now.
I know.
Or that resonates, not resounds, resonates.
Escalator etiquette: stand on one side, walk on the other. Don't clog the system. Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Movie theater silent. Oh wait, here we go. Parking lot rule: if you see someone walking to their car, you must hover creepily until they leave. What? Is that a joke?
I think ChatGPT is messing.
I think ChatGPT made it funny.
I think they're messing with you. I think they've become sentient there, and they're messing with you. I would say the one thing. This is maybe there's 2 that's kind of like related, but in my world, that maybe this is an unwritten rule, but it's something that I appreciate. Don't touch my tech. Right? Like, don't
like
touch
your
my phone. Yeah. Like, I think in modern days,
it is kind of weird if somebody just picks up your phone.
Our phones are extensions of our being. Like, I ain't come at me, right? But I think it's a safe assumption. Your phone is an extension of yourself. Whether it's right or wrong or indifferent.
How do you feel about this? Yeah, no, I would never pick up someone's phone like, hey, let me Google something.
God, no.
No, but like, or I would just ask them to Google it, if I need that. But
exactly.
How do you feel about this? Because I've done this before, and I hope I'm not like overstepping. I've actually reached down and tapped somebody's screen to see what time it was.
You know, I think it's depending on how well you know them.
Sure.
I think that's, but I think it's kind of like the funny, like, technological evolution of our society. Like, if you did that for my phone, wouldn't think anything of it. Nothing of it.
I hope not.
But if a rando tapped my phone, I still wouldn't mind, but I'd probably have like
you're crossing like a little line there.
I'd have a side eye there.
Yeah.
Be like, why'd you just tap my phone?
Touch my phone, yeah.
Like, don't touch my phone. Yeah. It's like, it's kind of funny. Like, you know, it'd almost be like somebody looking at your watch. It's the same thing, right? Like
just grab your wrist.
Well, not grab your wrist, but if you leaned over and looked at my wristwatch back in the day, right, 30 years ago, and if I had a watch, you'd be like, oh, yeah, you know, okay, fine. It'd be awkward if a stranger did it.
That's true.
But yeah, don't touch tech. Don't touch anything. Oh, you know what? I have something.
Okay.
I got a story, completely tangential, but not tech related.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I have one more to add after this too. So go ahead.
Yeah, so my wife gets her ears pierced. She already has piercings. She's getting a second set of piercings. She's only had one set in each ear. So for her birthday recently, I said, you know what? You know, you've been thinking about it. You've been talking about it. There's this really nice piercing place. You really liked it. You've been thinking about it and talking about it forever. Basically just took the guesswork out. So just go get your ears pierced, right? So sign her for an appointment. Go get your ears pierced. Get the second
Such
piercing.
a nice guy, Breeze.
Well, it's a hard, right? We've been married. We've both been married a long time, right? What do you get your spouse? It's hard to find something, but it's like
the last thing I got her was a shark robot vac. So romantic,
right? There you go. Yeah. But that's what I'm getting at is things get that way, right? Like you get kind of practical about it. So I realized I kind of seized this opportunity. I'm like, she's been talking about this forever, and she's been like, you know, back and forth on it. I'm like, you know what? I don't know if it's the cost. I don't know what it was. And I'm like, look, you go do this. I've got the kids. Just go get your ears pierced. Great. So go to this shopping center. Nice piercing place there, medical grade, everything. It's like they're RNs, they're registered nurses that do the piercings. Like it's all bougie, right?
Okay.
So whatever. I got the kids. We're just like wandering stores, like looking at other shops in this plaza while she's waiting. Okay, great. She texts, she's so I'm finished up and just paying. So we go back to the piercing shop and great, nice place. I walk in, I hadn't really been in there yet. So she's in queue. And when you get your piercings, I don't have my ears pierced. I have no idea what this is like. So, but it's sterile, right?
Yeah.
You've literally got a hole poked in your body. You've got to keep it clean.
Yeah.
This woman, this random ass woman approaches her and like reaches her hand out about to touch her recently pierced ear to examine how lovely the new piercing looks.
Oh, don't touch it.
That's what my wife was like. No, like, hey, like he's just got like,
yeah.
I didn't know. And she said this, and the woman was like, oh no. And fortunately, I was about to step in. My wife did. She backed off enough and was like, hey, and like called it. But I was literally about to have to step between this woman and my wife and be like, listen, Karen.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Don't go touching someone's recent piercings. Like, what the? So unwritten rule, don't touch people's ears after they've gotten them pierced.
That's very specific, like, but yes, yeah, I agree.
It is very specific, but seriously, I think that's like, anyway, sorry, you mentioned that, like, we're talking about tech, and it's like, that just like, I realized I didn't share that story with you yet, but it was the most bizarre thing. My kids and I were looking at each other like, what? Like, my teenager looked at me, and I'm like, like, do we physically move ourselves in between these two? Like, what the hell's going on? Anyway, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, noted.
What's your unwritten rule? Do you have an unwritten rule?
Yeah, I'll get to the rule here in a second, but I'll tell you what happened and why I came up with this rule. So the other day I was going through the ATM drive-thru, and I was behind this vehicle waiting for him to finish up. And this guy was walking like through one of like the drive-thru deposit lanes. Like they were all closed. Just the ATM lane was open.
Okay.
And he was walking kind of real slow and shady, and he was like he was looking at his phone, hitting his vape, and he he turned and he got behind my car, like on foot, and
like manually on foot got behind your car.
Yeah, and he was standing there and just kind of just pacing around a little bit. Just kept getting like a little bit closer. And then he'd kind of like scooch off the side a little bit towards like the passenger side. And I'm fully focused on this dude. And so the guy in front of me finally finishes. And just this guy's body language and the way he was just his presence was weird. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I am not going to pull my debit card out and put it in this machine.
Nope.
So I'm like, nope, I just drove through. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm just going to get out of Sheets and use their Mac machine. And as I'm pulling out, I'm looking in the rearview mirror and he kind of like puts his arms off to the side. Like, he's like, huh? Like what? And then he literally just turns and walks away. So he was not,
you were,
he was not in line to use that Mac machine.
No.
He was up to no good, Breeze.
You were next. You were next. There's two things I want to comment on here. One, Mac machine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm 45.
That is a Gen. That is a Gen X freight, man. Do you remember, dude? That was all there was. Mac, the Money Access Center.
Yep.
With like the rainbow. It was 80s AF. Was it not?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I guess the ATM. Yes, the automated.
Well, ATM, but they weren't ATMs back then.
No,
they were Mac
machines. Which does roll off the tongue.
All you had. What's that?
It does roll off the tongue a little nicer.
Yeah, Mac. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the Mac.
What do they call it?
Get
a double on something or other. A double alliteration something.
Yeah. And you had a little ATM machine that gets the pedants up and down, left, right, and center because the M is for machine. But they were Mac. You had a Mac card.
Yeah.
Back
and also ATM means a couple different things. Just saying. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, there we go.
But did you or your parents have like a Mac card?
Yeah, I remember the Mac card. Yeah.
Because it was dedicated. It wasn't like today where you have like a bank card.
No.
And it works in certain ATMs and
no, you can only use it at your Mac machine.
Mac.
Yep.
That's it. Mac, and it had the red, yellow, and blue, green, or whatever the hell, blue. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's a Gen X flashback. The other thing I wanted to share was a story that I experienced. So if you've driven the 90 corridor, the I-90 corridor, Ashtabula, exit 223, is a Flying J and a Pilot now. But there's two big gas stations there. So I was driving from Erie to Cleveland to visit some friends from college. And like a dumbass, I'm like, oh, I can make it to Ashtabula, right? Because that's a cheap gas. Back when we were in college, like the cheapest gas was in Ashtabula, without a doubt. It was like 20 cents cheaper. People be queued up 10 cars deep, almost like a Costco or like a Sam's Club gas station. Like they'd be just queued up.
Dude, if I was getting 20 gallons worth of gas in my car and I saw a line of 15 cars to save 20 cents per gallon, and then there was a gas station right next door with no cars.
I know.
I'm going to the no car gas stations.
I am with you, right? My time is worth more than that. I get you, but people are people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving. I'm like, oh, I stop at Ashtabula. It's cheap gas. I can make it there. I'm on my way to Cleveland. No problem.
What'd you do?
I couldn't.
Oh no.
So I'm driving. I'm about to go from the passing lane. I'm about to reasonably move over. I'm plenty of time. I'm not like cutting anyone off. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to start shifting over so I can take the Ashtabula exit and get off and get some gas. I can't shift over because my car is not accelerating anymore.
Oh, no.
It's out of gas. And I'm in the left lane.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Breeze.
So I slow and I pull left lane. I pull under the underpass from the Ashtabula exit. So I'm under the bridge. I'm on the left lane.
When did this happen?
Pardon my swearing. This would have been 13 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. But all this to say about standing, you triggered it by talking about somebody standing in line on foot in a drive-through. And it triggered this memory where, so I crossed I-90 on foot, which is a little harrowing.
Sure,
I feel like you're playing Frogger, right? you're running. So I don't have a gas can, anything like that. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go into the Flying J. I'll get a gas can, which I did. Got a gas can. But now I go out and there's the line of cars. So there's me with my little gas can in my hand.
Oh,
With a
no.
3-gallon gas can. And I walk in line and I have to get in line behind like 6 cars.
I would just walk up to somebody at the pump and be like, I'd be like, hey, like, here's $20. Can I just top this thing off for me, please?
But you're forgetting that I was poor in college. Like, actually, this is 20 years ago, I guess. Why are we so old? How did that happen? Anyway, so I did not have the money to be that cavalier about the whole thing. So I did. I just stood there humiliatingly and just waited in line. The car pulls forward, and I walked forward with my gas can in my hand.
Oh. How long?
Waited.
How long? Probably 45 minutes.
No, actually, it was pretty quick,
Okay.
honestly, because it's a dual pump set, so like 2 cars at a time were going. So it wasn't too bad. It was maybe like 15 minutes, but it was humiliating to be standing on foot with my gas can. And to be fair, if it were me and I got out and I saw some poor kid in his 20s standing there with a gas can, I would have been like, come here.
Yeah, just fill it up, like, go.
Just on my card. Too.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have
Yeah.
I'd be like, come here. Like, just fill it up.
Like,
It's on my card. I'm going to fill my car up too on the same transaction.
mm-hmm. Like, just be on your way.
Oh, yeah, be on your way. But nobody,
Like, pay it forward.
Nobody.
Someday.
I would have absolutely would have done that. So yeah, that's my, but I wasn't about to rob you. So, I would have done the same thing, Dave. I would have bolted. There's no way. Some sketchy dude? No.
Yeah. I always,
I think you read it right. I think you read it right.
You have to be situationally aware. Like, you can't just ignore stuff because maybe you feel like you're being
Situational awareness is key.
Yeah, like don't judge him. Like, he's probably it's like no, I'm definitely judging this guy. Like, he's weird.
No, there's a line. And it's tough. It's a tough line to walk. But there's a difference between judging people and judging the situation.
Yeah. Had he gone up
Let's
to
be
the
honest
machine after I pulled through, I would have been like, all right, I misread that. But the fact that he walked
misread
away, like, yeah, he was upset.
The fact that he basically walked defeatedly away.
Yeah.
You read the room right.
Yeah.
He was going to sidle up. Yeah. Oh yeah. And you're in a vulnerable position
Exactly.
in a drive-through ATM. Your card's already in the machine. Your window's down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't drive away.
All he's got to do is pull up the gun or something, like.
Oh gosh, terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying. Well, again, for the second time in this podcast, I'm glad you're safe.
Me too.
Stop putting yourself in risky situations. Speaking of unsafe, let's end this on my favorite story.
Is this the What's Turning 30?
No.
Oh, what's your favorite story?
We'll talk about what's turning 30 later. I want to talk about the aggressive squirrel.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to put this on here.
This has been mimetic, right? This has made the meme circuit on here since late September. It's a couple weeks old, but it's still funny. So do you want to share the story where you put it up on the board?
If you've read through it, I'll read the headline. I'll read the headline and you can explain what happened.
Read the headline. This is fantastic.
Oh, there's a video? Oh boy. All right. So the headline says
it's just the woman complaining about it. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
It says aggressive squirrels sends at least 2 people to the ER in California City. I've never heard of squirrel attacks ever.
Okay, so there's 2 things here I would like to relate. One is my dad used to live in the middle of Ohio, near Kent, Ohio, state. So about 40 years ago, there was a biology professor in Kent State who brought in squirrels to the area with appropriate authorization, everything else, wildlife department, whatever, determined that there was no problem in doing so. Again, that's 40 years ago. It's a bit different time. Well, the problem is, and this story takes place in San Francisco, so different. But in terms of squirrels being mean, so the problem is that the squirrels in the Kent area, and that part of like Akron, Canton, Ohio, middle of Ohio there, they don't have enough natural predators. So they thrived, right? And as a result, like they became the dominant species. Like squirrels in Ohio specifically can get mean.
Okay.
They will actually like throw shit at you. I've actually been hit in the head by things that squirrels actively throw at you. They're not passive. They are not prey. It is their house and you will move away. They'll throw stuff at you. So to me, I find this very funny. There's a couple things I find funny about the story. One is is the pamphlet that the citizens of San Francisco have been putting around, which is like, I was going to describe this to our viewers. You may have already seen it, or viewers, our listeners. You may have already seen this online. It's hilarious. It's like bold red, attack squirrel, beware. But what I love is they have the picture of a squirrel like literally leaping in a picture. So I don't know if that's what happened. Obviously, there's no videos of the attack. Although I darkly wish there were videos of the attack because I kind of want to see a squirrel like take on a person that is literally 700 times its size.
I like the one comment here. It says like, "Get it off of me! Get it off of me!" It clamped onto my leg. That's an aggressive squirrel, man.
Get it off! Yeah, I mean, the very mean squirrel comes out of nowhere and just jumps out, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And the pictures. Here we go. I'm just going to read the pamphlet because the pamphlet is funny. So it's bold across the top. Attack squirrel, beware. 6 exclamation points. This is not a joke. More than 5 people have been attacked by a very mean squirrel over the past few days on Diablo Circle and Mount Lassen. Well, first of all, you live on Diablo Circle. What did you expect?
Yeah, devil squirrels.
Several people have gone to ER for severe lacerations. Well, it says lacerations, but I'm assuming they mean lacerations.
Sure. Yeah.
Spelling is a dying art, apparently. Squirrel comes out of nowhere and will attack unprovoked and leave. And leaved.
Well
bite
written.
marks. Yeah. Well,
Makes you question the credibility of the story.
Well, maybe they were typing with a bad arm after being lacerated by squirrel. But yeah, so apparently the squirrels. I'm sorry. There's something about this story that I find really funny.
Squirrel spelled with a K and a W.
Right. But this is like Sharknado, right? Like there's just like squirrels coming out of nowhere. They're
demon squirrels.
Demon Squirrels. Why is that not the movie this Halloween?
I don't know.
Why don't we have... well, Dave, you're the Halloween expert. You need to write to some of those publishers and get them to make a Demon Squirrel movie.
I mean, they made a movie called Zombievers.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Zombievers. Yes, and to answer your question, I saw it.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Zombievers. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. With that, I did. Oof.
What are you feeling, Breeze?
No, with that, I would just say, I think Zombievers is the way to end the show.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we've hit the hour mark. We did it.
Zombievers. Just remember that this Halloween, this October, watch Zombievers because I'm not going to. So you might as well watch it on my behalf.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 years old. So, all right, guys, thank you all for checking us out again, and we will see you on the next one.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.